In here, oh, all right, that answers the question.
Okay.
I just don't want to deal with Valkyrie's Brewmaster again.
I mean, I guess you could flex the
3.
Night Stalker, but
yeah, but Valkyrie's Brewmaster is just too good. They don't want to deal with it, man.
It is.
It's always fun to see when that happens.
Especially if you want to go for the Bane, you just have way too many cancels for the Fiend Script, just for the Brewmaster alone.
5 seconds.
We'll see what they decide to do here on the side of 4G. Honestly, I think their draft is like very flexible already. If they decide to run the Night Stalker for DNM in the safe lane, that would be, you know, a definite possibility. It's not one of the heavy farming heroes like he is used to playing. I think one of the things that makes DNM so good is that he always manages to find a lot of farm. Similar to like Tomato, honestly, like on the side of Undying. Like Tomato always finds a ton of farm on his heroes, and DNM has been kind of doing the same. You know, he manages to eclipse kind of everyone in the net worth charts. Go and grab the Darkseer. So it is... Ooh.
Interesting.
That is a great pick.
Those two are pretty good together. It stops you from picking a lot of heroes as well. You're very light on damage for a carry. And two things that come to mind right now when you want carry damage are Medusa and Luna. Something that I talked about last game. It's something a lot of the time people ban out the Darkseer when they want to pick up Medusa or Luna. They take the Gyrocopter instead, which is really your only other option. Multi-target hero that doesn't just get owned by the Darkseer.
And all of his damage is usually flat cannon and call down, which isn't going to come its way of the wall illusion. So it makes Darkseer a lot less, you know, value. But I think the main thing here is you're going to have like a Darkseer Clockwork just like running at your supports. And that is going to be really rough. So they just need to be able to ban out the hard gyro counters. I mean, I'm very confused by this Night Stalker. Is this a 5-position Night Stalker?
Maybe.
I think it is.
They didn't get rid of the Medusa. They got rid of the Clinks though, but Clinks is fairly good with the Clockwork. I feel if you can trap multiple people in cogs, then you just own them with Burning Barrage. Sorry, continue. I want to hear more about your.
I'm pretty sure it's 5-position Night Stalker. I mean, I think I've seen Fleet Fox playing this in 5s in recent games and stuff, and
5 seconds remain.
It wouldn't surprise me if they're taking notes.
I see my my old boss Griff is in the chat. Shout out to Griff, by the way.
Okay.
Love that dude. That's it. Okay.
I don't know.
Big Griff fan here.
Okay. Nice.
Just say big Griff fan here, Ricky.
Yeah.
Say it.
Yep.
You're the worst.
He's gonna hate me forever.
Yeah.
It's all right. I love you, buddy. I'm just messing. Just a tease, you know.
Ain't that the truth? He wouldn't even show chat where your punch tattoo was located.
Yeah. If only they knew. If only they knew. Why I can't show chat.
We don't want to get Summit banned.
Yeah.
Anyway, 45 seconds left here. Reserve time. So you're thinking that it's going to be a 5-position Night Stalker. They banned out the Luna and the Clinks. I wouldn't hate to see Medusa here. I think it's one of the only heroes left that's going to be able to do a lot of damage and fight with these enemy heroes. But
yeah, it's definitely not bad at
dealing
all.
with Medusa. Like Bane is okay dealing with the Medusa. Gyrocopter will struggle against it in the late game, but I think deals with it better than a lot of other heroes. We'll have to see.
I'm really curious. I feel like you're right. I feel like it has to be the Medusa. There's not a lot of other options here. They could go for the Phantom Lancer themselves.
Weaver.
Okay, the Weaver. Interesting.
Not what I was expecting. I mean, your last hero has to be something else. You've got decent lockdown already, right? You've got potential Will-O-Wisp, you've got Nightmare, you've got Fiend Script, you've got Toss, Avalanche, but I think one more disable here would help round things out and deal with the Weaver. It could be a position
5 seconds remain.
2 Keeper of the Light. Also could be 4 Tiny. Actually, I'm thinking it's probably mid Keeper, 4 Tiny, 5 Bane, which leaves a position 3 open, right?
Yeah, which explains the Beastmaster and the Lycan bans, right? So
yeah,
that's why they picked the Weaver here, because they know they're going to have last pick for the offlane on Hokori, and I think Weaver is just such a safe hero in this lane. Like, he's not an easy catch. It's very unlikely they're going to be able to pick a hero here that's going to be able to punish him. So it's kind of a safe pick.
Legion.
You could go for the Legion.
Legion would be my top choice here against a Bat Rider. It's just very good. It gives you a lot of lockdown as well. That's an
That's
odd-looking Legion commander.
Yeah.
These
Doesn't even have
sets
a
have finally
sword.
gone too far. Yeah. I don't know,
Okay.
man. My glance value is ruined. In fact, it looks a lot like Puck, if you ask me.
It's going to be a 3 tiny. That is not something I would have expected, especially into a Weaver lane. So that sounds pretty rough. And it is going to go ahead and be the 5 position Pingu Night Stalker. That is a gorgeous set. Where did that come from?
You'll have to ask him.
I'll have to ask him.
Pingu's a very talkative guy. Anybody can hit him up, by the way, and he will more than likely respond to you.
Yeah.
What a nice guy Pingu is.
What a nice guy. Well, I mean, we've got game 1 here of this best of 1 going the way of 4G, or of the best of 2, sorry. Going the way of 4 Gringos and Hokori. I mean, they really do need to tie this up. Indeed, I believe they took a 0-2 yesterday as well, which really hurt them in the standings. Oh, no. Hokori did they get 0-2 yesterday? Am I crazy? I am crazy. Okay,
That was first game of the day yesterday, right?
I thought it was, but it's not reported, so I'm wondering if it just didn't happen. I don't know.
Did you open up the Wikipedia page, or did you open up the page that the admin Nina gave you?
Should have probably pulled up the admin Nina's page, since that one is most likely up to date.
He's gonna whack you on the head again.
Yeah, I'm gonna get bopped, dude.
Look at the goddamn spreadsheet, Ricky. Look at the goddamn spreadsheet.
Hold on. I'm getting there, okay? Hold on. Let's see if I can find it. I don't even know where it is, man. Where is this thing?
Do you want me to give you the spreadsheet?
Oh, yeah. You want to send me that bad boy?
Yeah, I'll send it to you on Steam real quick.
Thanks, sir. We're gonna pause. You know, we can get away with this right now.
There you go. Open that bad boy up.
Very cool. Thank you, Neff.
You're welcome.
All right, a little bit of pause here. Tiny DC'd from the game. I'm sure we'll be fine, though.
Give you time to look at the spreadsheet. It gives me time to go over these heroes, their matchups, and everything that's going on here. I love watching the starting items that people pick up. Duxie is going to start with a Sage's Mask. It looks like Valkyrie is going to rush a Basilius ring rather than a Soul ring in this lane, which is interesting. It is going to provide Giant a lot more mana regen to work with here, so he'll be able to run people down more often with his battery assault. Won't be able to spawn Sam nearly as often for himself, though. The position 5 Night Stalker, I'm not a very big fan of, but I think Pingu will probably be able to make it work. They have a lot of damage between Clockwork and Darkseer at the start of this one, so if Pingu can eventually find like a little bit of farm, he'll do okay, but given the fact he's on position 5, your Night Stalker is not going to do any damage in the late game, which may be an issue when people start to get BKBs. So you're going to want to play this one a lot quicker here on 4 green. You know what? I prefer Hokori's lineup. I'll say it. Let's go Hokori. Let's go Hokori.
I think Hokori's lineup is
Can I bet
definitely...
channel points here?
I mean, probably. I think Hokori's lineup is definitely easier to execute. I mean, you've got Gyro. That's pretty straightforward. You've got this Bane. My only worry here is that, like, these supports are just going to get ran at by, like, this Clockwork Night Stalker. And I don't know what they're going to be able to do about it.
All right. 10,000 channel points on Hokori. Let's go. But yeah, I agree with you. I think they get run at by the gyrocopter and whatnot as this game goes on, and I think they're going to struggle. Well, you think that they're going to get run at by the Night Stalker, right?
Yeah, I think the Night Stalker Clockwork with that Darkseer is going to be a little bit difficult for them to deal with, because you have like a lot of chase and a lot of mobility on the side of 4G, and that's where this Puck is going to come in and do a lot of work. But you're going to have to coil up like the Weaver or this Bat Rider, because I mean, you can't just let them roam free in these fights. But if like Pingu and Valkyrie and like Giant are able to just like run at these supports on the backside, like Widge as well as Gardic are going to really struggle.
Yeah, I mean, if you can play it fast, all that's going to happen, and you're gonna have a pretty good time on for Gringos. But yeah, I think if the gyrocopter managed to get a BKB, they've got tons of these solutions. You've got lockdown for the Bat Rider. You've got lockdown for this Weaver. I mean, that was the whole logic behind this last pick puck. I think they were planning on playing this Keeper of the Light mid prior to seeing that Weaver come out, and they go, okay, we'll just get a hero with tons of lockdown. All right, we'll pick up puck. Great. I don't think they can play late game against this Hokori lineup here. That's my thoughts, and I'm always right.
That's true, indeed. And if you're not, you're just left.
If I'm not, then I was joking.
All right, there's the reconnect here from DNM. Should be into the game here shortly. And again, for those of you who are just tuning in, this is the second game of our first series. Hokori here versus 4 Gringos, and 4G currently up 1-0 in the series.
Doing all right, but like you said, at the moment for Gringos, they didn't secure themselves some wins.
Continues.
But 0 for 2 so far, so. Well, they did have to play against 4 Zoomers, and that's not an easy team to beat, unfortunately.
Indeed, indeed. Unless you're D2 Hustlers, and then it's really easy.
Unless you're D2 Hustlers, it's very easy because you're very good.
Yeah.
Shout out to God, I'm losing it here. The new Hustlers players. Yadomi.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't know who they are. I did not get to watch the games.
You don't know Yadomi?
No, I know.
Very skilled South American.
Yeah, no, I know who they are. I just didn't know who it was that joined the team.
Yeah.
A little bit of a scuffle here in the top lane. I mean, trading into a Bane is not easy as a clockwork. This hero is very strong, especially after they buffed the Nightmare, Brain Snap as well. It's quite good.
Did Duchess make another Twitch account?
It's just a rename, but yes, it is exactly who you think it is.
I see. I would imagine that you've gotten banned. Whatever. And was playing some goddamn Dota.
It's amazing how easy it is for you to spot the town drunk like that. All right, real deep ward here from Hokori. Yeah. Interesting in the top lane.
I was just looking at that. I like that one. It's going to make it a lot easier to wrap around on people. It also is going to let you see, Giant and Valkyrie coming from pretty far away.
And it begins the Ion Shell Battery Assault. What a nuisance. Gardic had HP there at one point. He'll get it all back in just a moment, though. Missile spam coming through as well. I mean, Valkyrie takes a ton of damage here. They managed to push this wave under the tower, but mid lane as well. Analog getting harassed out a little bit by Kits. Still only level 1 of the Bat Rider. It really has no wave push, so we let the stacks fall off. That's going to be rough.
Giant's taking some very heavy punish for this.
For this pull. Oh,
yeah.
Ooh. He salved just to pull the wave, and now it's going to be caught immediately. Yeah, this is a rough one here. Giant, I mean, he might actually die for this.
No, these creeps are blocking him. He won't go down.
Yeah.
He's got, yeah. The speeds are fairly similar. You're 20 movement speed faster because of the boots on Bane and the windlays on the clockwork. Bane will have to be a little bit careful. He could just get run down again by Giant and Valkyrie here. I'm watching this lane too much, though.
He gets the courier. He's about to get level 2. Well, he already got level 2 on Darkseer. So he's about to get it on Giant. Once they have that, they might be able to find the kill onto Bane if he's out of position, but he's chilling.
I'll take a moment to look elsewhere. I've been too focused on this one. It's because that...
Analog actually just dropped his orb, and as a result, he's dead in the mid lane. That is 9 stacks from the Bat Rider. And just gets ran down by Kits. You can never use that orb. You gotta use it defensively against the Bat Rider.
This stick just isn't enough at this point either, so ends up getting pretty heavily punished and dying this early.
Yeah, it is 2 points of sticky napalm, so that is... Oh, we had 9 times 14. That's a big number.
Yes, it is a big number.
As you can see, a former graduate of the
Bottom
NA
lane.
School of Maths. DNM falling quite low. Has Sakuchi up in just a moment, so he's going to be okay. Salve comes through from Pingu. Tops him off. They do have the sentry here in the lane, though, and DNM managed to dodge
Mid.
that out.
Happens again.
This is a nightmare scenario here for Hokori, because Kit's on this Batrider. If he gets to pull away like this, it's going to be very difficult for them. Top lane, Giant gets caught, does drop the cogs, trying to like hide his way through into these trees. Does end up kind of being successful with it. I don't know if he's going to survive this. He is. The ion shells are going to be enough to just try and push them away now. Really well played.
You talked about the potential of Kit's pulling away from this puck. Yeah, unfortunately, it's already happened. He's pulled away from the puck here. He's a level and a half ahead of him.
He's yeah, he's just gonna take over your whole side of the map. And Batrider's not a hero that pushes the tower very quickly, so as a result, he's just pulling, dragging, allowing the creep to try and do the damage. Yeah, this is gonna be a very farm Batrider. I mean, we can already see him on the net worth at 2,400. He has 1,000 gold over the puck currently.
Yup. And again, he's farming incredibly efficiently. He's not just like pulling it away to do damage to that tower there, but he's also farming up the small camp on top of the creep wave here. He's stacking creeps as he goes as well. He's going to make one more stack here at the large lane.
So we got for these as bootstraps.
Yep. Exactly.
Real bootstrapper, Kits is.
We'll be forced to go back mid. He'll clear this one out. Then I imagine he'll move into the jungle pretty quickly afterwards and clear out that big stack. Probably, maybe after this next lane here, or wave here.
Yeah, he's gonna have a
Bottom
very
lane.
fast time boots of travel. Yeah, Vitali just got a he's got a bug infestation. Yep, and he's gonna tick out to that one.
We got to action
Second
happening
time
everywhere.
Pingu's courier has died. It's a witch, unlucky.
Rough game so far for Hokori.
I mean, you're level 6 on the Batrider now, which means Puck cannot come to this lane anymore.
I bet 10,000 channel points on Hokori here.
Nice one, Neph. How much of chat do you think you baited with that one? That's the real question.
Oh no. I'm sorry, everybody. It'll be fine. It's not copium, it's hopium.
Gardic blocking a stack right there. I think he was just trying to get away from Giant here on the clockwork, and looks like he's gonna be able to. He's quite fast here on this Bane. But Kits is just gonna turn his attention to Widge instead, and that is a dead coddle. No one can contest the Batrider now in this lane. So he now has 3 kills under his belt here just 5 minutes into the game, and now that it's nighttime, this Night Stalker is incredibly difficult to deal with as well.
All right, look at this massive brain play by Analog.
There is little
Wait,
time
no.
for
Wait,
Dire's
yes.
middle tower.
Check out what he did. He pulled the creep wave away and behind his tower over here, so it would end up clearing out the catapult right away.
That is smart, yeah. Very smart.
I have
Bottom
not
lane,
seen that done before.
the dive onto Tiny. I've seen a few people did it last tournament, I think, recently. Pingu is level 5. Widge, you can't really stick around all that long. And because of this Night Stalker, you know, being nighttime, he doesn't even have boots, but he's running around 360 MS, Neph.
Yeah, he does need the boots pretty badly to actually be able to get on top of people, get the silence off. So he's playing against a lot of heroes with pretty high movement speed who already have boots completed, so they're sitting at like 360 and whatnot.
Kits has boots of travel at 6 minutes. That, I will probably say, might be one of the fastest boots of travel we have ever seen.
Where's my hopium? That's not true. Tinker gets boots of travel for free now.
All right, Nev, now you're just making stuff up. They would never do that, right?
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Right?
Right?
He gets him at 0 minutes. As soon as he gets level 6. Whatever time on the clock that is.
Yeah.
Bottom lane, Puck TPing down here. Wants to get this kill on DNM. This is the whole point behind the Puck pick.
Pearl comes through, but he's invis. Is he gonna be able to keep himself alive? Oh, it's not enough. In the mid of his animation, goes down to the orb there. Really nice rotation.
Yeah.
Top lane, big fight. Vacuum comes out. Will be able to make some space, but RDO gonna get ran down by this Batrider. Gardic going for the TP out. Will it be in time? It is. No lasso leveled here. for the Batrider, and he's just gonna turn this into a farm of the stack instead. Oh my lord, this guy.
And it's going to take him a little while longer, unfortunately, just due to the fact that it's only level 1 flame breaks out. Only 3 instances of damage coming off on that one.
Yeah, I'll just pop the Firefly.
Yeah, one more time. Got himself a Tumbler's Toy as well. That's a nice find on the Batrider.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Extra mana. That jump is actually a pretty big deal for closing the gap of distance.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower is in danger.
As of right now, I mean, so it's looking really good for 4G once again. I mean, the Weaver neck and neck with the Gyrocopter. Now, yes, Gyrocopter does typically pull away in the mid game with that farm, but you have this issue where this Batrider is so strong right now where he's just gonna run at these heroes, especially when you got this Darkseer Clockwork running at you, and Bane gonna get put under. The flak actually breaks him out. They drop the coil here, but there's a wall in place and it not really allowing them to get on top of the Clockwork. They do manage to take him down, but Valkyrie would be a much bigger kill. He doesn't have TP for 20 seconds. And they're gonna punish him for that one. They get the pick up there, going the way of RDO.
Being able to TP out of that one would be kind of nice, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Unfortunate. Kits is going to move towards the enemy team jungle and try to punish that one, but they're pinging him out. They've got vision down absolutely everywhere over here. In fact, they see him plant that ward. Oh, some punish is going to come out here from Hokori, and finding those 2 kills was also pretty nice.
Pingu is just being a nuisance. Like, Coddle can't be near this triangle because he's just constantly putting wards in, like blocking these stacks, and gets tossed back towards Gardic. Again, he's really tanky, but there's going to be the orb from downtown, and it's going to be enough to finally pick him off. You bring 5 heroes here.
I'm a little bit surprised he didn't immediately press Crippling Fear as they try to commit on them there, but I guess there really wasn't that much of a point.
Well, he might have been able to prevent the toss back.
I mean, would have been able to prevent the Nightmare as well after the toss back.
Yeah. But as of right now, pretty close game, 7-5, 10 minutes in, and we haven't really seen like this Batrider doing a whole lot outside of farming for the last couple of minutes.
But to hit the 10-minute mark, though, people will start to make plays around that time. Switch back over to Day, which is an advantage here for Hokori Fisher, as they've got Dayman.
They will see Giant here behind the tower. Coil toss. They'll just pick him off. All right. A heavy commitment just for the Clockwork, but they're at least trading towers as theirs does go down top to DNM.
DNM's starting to pull ahead, like you said. It's about 400 net worth ahead of the... the Clockwork... God, the Gyrocopter. Some sort of technology hero ahead of the Weaver here.
First, you're talking about Tinker, and here we are. Pingu mid lane. I mean, he has Dark Ascension. Hookshot comes through, doesn't connect from Giant. He's trying to get the cogs. He does hold him in place, and with Kits wrapping around, this should be an easy pick off. The Dark Ascension putting in work, scouts out this whole backside here as Valky. See if they can get on top of more here. Avalanche comes in from Vitaly, does a decent chunk of damage. The Illuminate as well, but they've still got this lasso available. They'll take down the Tiny, looking for more. Dark Ascension giving them the vision they need. They want to get this lasso onto the puck. They do pull him back. The question is, can they actually finish the kill in time? The Crippling Fear is there. The pushback, it comes through. It's enough damage. The Batrider will be the next to fall here to the Gyro, and Pingu falls down from the skies, taken down, but DNM, he's ready to go. He's got the bug on top of the Gyro. In comes the Urn as well. Can they finish him off? They can indeed, and now Widge dove underneath his tower. A lot of damage into a Fiend's Grip. They get the kill. Overextension from 4G is gonna be punished as 4 heroes end up going down, and Darkseer, the only survivor as he TPs out.
Yeah, I think the biggest point of failure there was the fact that the Gyrocopter ended up getting that kill off on the Batrider there, just standing his ground, hitting him with that ultimate. That turns things around completely. In fact, the first time in this game, net worth advantage going the way of Hokori.
Dude, this Coddle did all of the damage.
Yeah.
What a hero, man.
Yeah, I mean, they probably planned on playing this one mid up until they saw the Weaver, but it was just too good of a puck game at that point. They have the lockdown for DNM in the form of several of these heroes here, and we saw that's what they ended up committing the Fiend's Grip for. Unfortunately, they didn't have Vacuum available to interrupt the Fiend's Grip. They didn't have Battery Assault either, even though they were sitting pretty close to the Bane. Guard completely taking advantage of that one. So I think this Gyrocopter, yeah, he's going to turn this one. He ended up going in Chrysalis build into the Aghanim Scepter immediately afterwards. For anyone curious why Gyrocopters go this build, it's because Chrysalis is like the highest damage to gold item inside the game.
They're looking for Widge bottom. They end up having to drop the wall for this even. I mean, this is a pretty big commitment, but with wall being on cooldown, okay. Vitaly just walks up, avalanche toss onto Giant. Orb comes through as well, and Analog should be able to pick this one up. Commits the coil, okay.
Bizarre.
Rider just bots tops instead. He's like, all right, I want nothing to do with this. I'm just gonna go farm.
Get me out. That's a little bit of a surprise that he ended up committing that Dream Coil for that one, but I guess he's just looking to make sure that he gets the kill as quickly as possible. Moves his way mid. Without the Witch Blade, it's difficult for Puck to find these solo kills. You're lacking damage just a little bit.
You have the Maelstrom done on the Weaver now, and this mid lane tier 1 is getting slapped. I mean, they just choose not to defend.
I mean, you just use your boss to go to the top lane on Kitstad, and they saw that on Hokori, so they took advantage. One hero dead, another hero to the top lane.
Pingu going for a D-Ward, just gets Fiend's Grip canceled by the hookshot, and there's the Dark Ascension. Can they actually find kills here is the question. Giant trapping Tiny inside these cogs. The Ion Shell's doing work, the vacuum, the pullback. Have they traded? They did. DP's coming through as well. Kits wants to punish this aggression and just gonna lasso up the Bane. Quick kill going their way, and now Puck right into the hands of the Bat Rider. They take down 3. Great positioning here on the side of the Gringos is now they're looking for more even. If they find Widge, I mean, he's got that Void, but nighttime has ended there for the Night Stalker. They will just take the tier 1 mid.
Gyrocopter farming up an ancient stack at the same time there. Bleeded his Aghanim Scepter as Chrysalis, and next going for a Satanic. I'm a little bit surprised he's not going for a BKB before that. There's a lot of magical damage coming in from G4's lineup.
Yeah, the Satanic is definitely feels a little greedy, but
yeah, incredibly greedy. I'm gonna be real with you here. I really hope he switches back for a BKB. Like, I can understand a Mask of Death, or sorry, a Morbid Mask, but going straight for the Satanic feels like a little bit too much. It's about to switch over to nighttime as well. We're about to hit the 15-minute mark, so we'll probably see a little bit more aggression. They know this Gyrocopter is going to be out farming the Weaver. In fact, he's 2,000 net worth up on him at the moment.
And that's what we expected, right? The Weaver doesn't farm as fast as the Gyrocopter, so you just have to play aggressive. And we see that happen in the last fight. Like, they're able to chase one after the other. And that's the strength of the lineup here from 4G, but they don't take advantage of that. It's gonna end up costing them a lot. They have a 4-staff completed on the Keeper of the Light, which that is a really useful item this game.
Yeah, they had it in the last fight as well, and I think that's why they didn't commit super hard onto him when he was the last hero alive. They realized that, okay, Nightime's expiring, he's going to be able to get away, but he's got to let him.
Blink Dagger also finished up here on the Tiny. They smoke up with this, seeing who they can find. Pingu will have plenty of vision to work with to see this smoke if he pops it. And he does indeed. Tries to back away. Avalanche just barely off the mark. Does get the toss back at the end of the day, and they'll take that kill.
Avalanche ended up stalling out long enough for him to be able to grab that kill. They didn't have to commit the Dream Coil for it either, so they still have it available. I think they need to save it for the Weaver at this point. Like, if you get the Bat Rider with it, you might drop it, but you definitely want to be looking for kills on DMM at this point.
God, Coddle is real dumb.
You don't like it?
I'm just like watching this hero farm as like a support, and I just don't understand. Oh, mid lane, they find RDO. Coil comes out onto the Darkseer, but you trapped the Gyro, the lasso. He's all by himself, and that's your damage dealer. The question is, can you get more? DNM quite time lapses just to make sure he doesn't die. Kit's now looking for it. Tiny here. They did buy back. Oh, no, they didn't. Well, it's just a 2-for-1.
But the one that you lost is the Gyro. This is the most farmed hero in the game, so I think you're happy about that if you're
yeah, Pingu's out.
Yeah. Yeah, you take those. And I think he's changed. Yeah, he's changed his mind after that one. All he needed there was to look at his death summary, which is 353 physical damage, 1730 magical. He's like, oh, I guess the BKB is pretty important. I'll buy that Mithril Hammer now.
Don't mind if I Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
That's what we say around here.
Very
Thankfully,
even game, man. 16 to 15. Almost no gold advantage. No it's literally 0 XP and gold advantage for both teams.
That's what you like to see.
Pretty much as close as it gets. Ward placed out on the high ground. They do have one of their own scouting out side of Hokori there.
The later this goes, the more it does favor Hokori here, though. Because again, it's hard to fight this gyrocopter in the ultra late game, especially if you're only carrying his Weaver. I mean, he's itemizing pretty well against the puck. He's going to go for a Sanjayasha here, which is going to reduce the duration of Dream Coil, even if he ends up getting that Aghanim Scepter. But even still, like, gyrocopter is way better holding it ground and fighting. You're fighting into these BKB piercing disables, like Fiend's Grip as well.
You also just have a Coddle who ends up just transitioning to a core no matter what. Like, this hero just farms. Like, he's got a Scythe of Ice queued up. Whereas you have a Night Stalker position 5 who, yes, Dark Ascension does do quite well, but he's not going to be able to farm. Like, he cannot farm on this hero at all. So there is just going to be a huge net worth disparity between the supports of Hokori and the supports here of 4G as this game goes on. They're smoked up in the mid lane. I don't know if they see Analog. They haven't quite yet. Pingu gonna drop the ward, or the sentry rather, to get that D ward.
Now, things have slowed down just a little bit. What tier 2 oh yeah, we're still getting the last of tier 2 neutral items. Spins up finding another shawl here on the Bat Rider. That's a nice grab. I'm surprised he's taking that over the Quicksilver.
Kits, he's looking for the Coddle. He's tired. They're tired of this shenanigans. He doesn't have Firefly. They're gonna commit the Dark Ascension. I mean, the hate is real. Widge on the Coddle. I mean, he's not even gonna die for this, right?
Leave him alone. Yeah, his team's on Pengo. Calm down. I know you hate the day, but come on. That's a lore fight right there. That's what that is.
That was a lore fight, 100%.
Yeah.
He's gonna get the courier in the mid lane. All right, nice. But I mean, they're not really getting much out of this. Like, this Dark Ascension, its time is pretty much done. And
that was your nighttime as well.
Yeah, I was like, and nighttime is ending. So this is now like a 2-minute period here for Hokori where you don't have to worry about this at all.
Yeah.
Kind of jumped the gun on that one. Might have been a miscommunication on cooldowns from the Bat Rider, since he had already dropped Flame Break and Firefly was still on cooldown.
Yeah, he didn't. His team didn't want to chase that pig. He thought it was go time.
Actually, smoke up here on the side of Hokori, and as expected, they want to get active now that it is daytime. They've got some good vision here in the triangle and bottom lane. They do see Kits. They're gonna draw the lines up. They want to get the top tier one, it seems. Wow, they're really going in on force staffs here. Tiny has one queued up as well.
Yeah,
and so does Bane.
Completed on gyrocopter, by the way.
That is a big one. Now going back for the Satanic.
Well, it makes sense to go for the Satanic now. So be able to hold his ground with that BKB. Just pop that and sit there, flat cannon everyone down, and be able to out-deal any damage that's onto him now. Since they don't have that much damage outside of the magical. Yeah, holding the triangle right now, I think, is your best play on for Gringos right now. They know they can't do anything without this Dark Ascension. It being daytime, huge advantages here for Hokori. So both teams kind of.
They can keep flaring Roche, right? It looks like Hokori's just going to force the issue. They're like, okay, you guys want to play your little game. We're going to go Roche on. Pingu, actually kind of happy with this. Dark Ascension's up in 9 seconds. This could be a timing for them.
Yeah.
They do back out of the Roche on flare. Going to come through, not scout it. So they have to know they're in the triangle.
No, your courier. Oh, they don't kill the courier. Okay.
They don't want to reveal. They do know exactly where they are, though, as they can follow that courier. There's a shadow amuleted Bane here. Breaks the smoke. They just don't see him. He's just invis, and now he just puts that Clockwork to sleep. Oh my goodness, what a way to start the fight. They get the coil there. RDO with the BKB doing so much work. There's the lasso. Gonna find the gyro, pulling him on over, isolating him from the team. The BKB's expired. They surround and execute, baby. They get the kill, and now Gardic on the run here on this Bane. I don't think it's gonna matter. They take him down. Weaver still got everything available.
That was just like bad positioning. The Coddle didn't manage to get anything off out of the enemy heroes. The Gyrocopter was the only one pumping out damage there. And yes, his flak and his cooldown managed to hit everybody, but that was it. Nobody else actually standing in position ready to hit the enemies there. So it was like Bane and Gyrocopter against the world. Yeah, that pipe ended up making a world of difference as well.
Yeah, they had pipe and the BKB here on kits. Like DNM's is now completed. Didn't have to commit it in the last fight, but I mean that pipe absorbed so much damage coming in from that gyro, like you said, in the form of that call down. And now Roshan, it's so low, but they have no way to really fight with Dark Ascension being on cooldown, and Hokori know this. So they're actually feeling pretty happy here if they want to go for a re-engage.
BKB off of cooldown again, so they didn't manage to take Roshan that time, and unfortunately Dark Ascension on cooldown for another 60 seconds. They'll be able to take Roshan off of this one. I don't think
Kits is going to go for it.
Kits, don't do it.
Pops the BKB, the coil, hook shot. He got bashed by Roche. He goes down. Analog stuck in the pit as well. They get the Aegis on Kits. Oh no.
Oh my god. He couldn't get any. He got bashed by Roche twice in a row there. The Batrider initiation at first, and then again. And then he got hookshot afterwards.
Yeah, he got bashed, and then hookshotted.
Oh my god. He didn't have lasso for that one. He just got stuck perma stunned by Roche. He couldn't pop his BKB in time either.
Oh,
he didn't get the BKB off at all.
No, he didn't. I mean, he doesn't have status resistance. He wouldn't be able to pop it in between the Roche bash. That's a Gaben right there if I've ever seen. I don't know. Like,
Dota's a crazy game, Ricky.
Dota is in no other game could you just lose from a, what is the percentage bash on Roche, like 15-20% or something, who knows.
Yeah,
jeez,
what can you do?
Well, he respawns back to farming here on the gyro, but after these last 2-1 fights here for the side of 4G, I mean, DNM takes the top net worth spot, going for the Gleipnir next. And it is a really good Gleipnir game.
Yeah, Gleipnir is pretty good. I feel like it's a waste of money to go for it right away. But it gives you that extra lockdown to be able to catch these heroes. I mean, grabbing Key for the Light, grabbing Puck is a little bit of an issue at the moment. Gleipnir will solve some of those problems. And you have, like, already signed Yasha BKB. So it's not like you're going for it right away. It's just so expensive. That's one of the reasons why I don't like it.
It is very expensive. Decent stats though, which is why I do like it. Lane, I mean, they're smoked up. Dark Ascension comes out. They're gonna find the Coddle. A little bit of a mistake there on the hook shot, but they're gonna be able to surround Widge here on the Keeper of the Light. Backside of the fight, it's Darks here looking for Gardic, put to sleep for the moment, and they're not gonna be able to get that. Single pick off Valky, looking for more. Running down the lane, not gonna connect though.
Keep the Light ends up going down, but that's all they're going to get. I think at this point you want to try to stall out the game, wait for the Aegis to expire. Bring down the Batrider twice is going to be a little bit of a tall order.
Oh, he does have the shard on Night Stalker now.
I mean, this is your farming tool, essentially. It allows you to heal back up your HP and mana and get a little bit of gold.
Yeah, it's quite good.
Actually pretty good.
Yeah. They're gonna find Gyro, trying to force his BKB to get the lasso right away. I mean, half his health bar is just gone. He doesn't have the Satanic yet either. Kits pops his BKB, gets super low, but looks like he is gonna be able to survive for the time being. Trying to juke it through the trees, but no. Gonna get caught. There's gonna be the pipe actually keeping alive. The BKB, not there. Oh my goodness. They get the kill with the hook shot. Vitaly chased down one by one. They fall again.
To a neutral creep.
Okay, to a neutral creep. Very nice. 4 heroes in illusion or 1 creepy boy.
Yeah. Creepy boy wins every time.
Who would have guessed?
But yeah, not a great engagement again. I thought they would just stall out the rest of the Aegis, but I guess they're a little bit worried about them being able to push up on the high ground. Puck working on this Aghanim Scepter right now to deal with these BKBs on some of the heroes. Dark, the Batrider didn't get it off in time when the coil came out on the Puck. It kind of messes with your head a little bit, the new Dream Coil. Because it doesn't do that initial stun for 0.5 seconds, if you're caught on the edge of it, you're not paying like super close attention to the debuffs on your hero, it'll just like snap. Yeah, before you have like it's a 0.5 second disable hero will stop moving, and it kind of triggers in your brain like, okay, I'm coiled. I think that's a mistake he made there.
Yeah, I was a little bit confused because I thought the same thing.
Definitely has a BKB.
Yeah, could have just BKB'd the coil. I was like, well, maybe he has Ags, right? But no, Puck didn't have it yet.
No, he didn't pop his BKB because he didn't. It probably didn't register the fact that he was coiled there. He did it that time. He's paying more attention now.
We have normal punch now on the Darkseer. This is a cool ability. I think it got buffed enough over time to make it decent. Has True Strike, 5 to 8 second duration on the illusion, and max damage increased to 300. I mean, it's a pretty solid nuke. Plus, an 8-second gyro illusion is not bad.
Do it with flair.
I'm still. I'm thinking back on. I see chat talk about it now. Thinking back on that Roche bashing the gyrocopter twice there.
Yeah, that was a rough one. What can you do, you know? Sometimes you just get bashed twice.
That happened. What can you do? What a magical day for Dota. This is just the first series of the day.
First series of the day, and 4G might get themselves a 2-0 against Hokori if they continue at this pace, which is probably surprising to a lot of people.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I don't know. I've got 10,000 channel points riding into Hokori here still. Biased caster here.
Radiant's
I mean, it's because you already bet them. You can't change your bet. That's why you're saying that. It's not like you can go back and be like, hold on, mods, let me move my bet to the other team. That's not how it works, Neff.
Yeah, I'm a super bandwagoner. All right, look at that. Paladin sword on Jericho. Good stuff right there. That's what I like.
Satanic coming as we speak and completes the Daedalus. I mean, this is a huge power spike. Wait, did he not get the Satanic? Did he actually just... All right, he just decided to complete a Daedalus instead.
Yeah, and now he's going for Sanjay Yasha. He does a lot of... He's got a DD rune bottled. He does a lot of damage here. I mean...
Unless he gets
as long as
lasso
you don't
first.
Get bashed by... As long as you don't get bashed by Roshan, your odds are looking pretty good.
That's true. Dark Ascension's available. They have a gem up on Pingu now. There it is.
Dark Ascension.
They're getting ready to go, looking for someone. Hokori don't actually know where this dire
They're
team
sprinting
is.
for their base.
They're like, guys, just get in the base. They could go for a vacuum play. I mean, they got a lot of vision that's being provided from this Night Stalker, so they see these heroes over this wall. But yeah, Hokori make it all the way into their base. They're gonna be safe.
They're not taking any chances with this one. I respect it.
Vitaly actually ran all the way down for that bounty run. That was spooky.
Yeah. How long we got left? It's just expiring now, the Dark Ascension, so I think, yeah, they see that they're up there. They've got vision because of that Observer Ward.
Ooh, they just smoked right under the obs.
Rookie mistake.
And they did not know that obs just got planted, and now they ping their high ground like, guys, let's just chill here where we know we have the high ground advantage.
Yeah.
And Vitaly, I mean, he can just blink right up, and that's exactly what he does. Gets the Avalanche, the toss out onto the Clockwork, the coil. It's going to find the Darkseer. The question is it going to be enough? Puck stuck inside the Crippling Fear. Darkseer, it took a while for them to bring him down. They're going to buy back on two. Both of them coming back in this game pretty easily, but RDO, he's forced to BKB. The hook shot way off the mark, but the damage from the Weaver, isn't enough to finish him off? It's not. He just gets out. by a fraction. Kit's not there to get the lasso, and now Widge in the mid lane caught by a normal punch. That will cancel that TP, and now Coddle will be the next to go down.
Ends up being a 2-for-3 trade there. They ended up buying back on 2 heroes, but they're more than happy to take that. I mean, diving so far in, you have to commit a lot of resources onto that Darkseer to bring him down. He just immediately buys back in the fight because he knows he's just to get all of his abilities off still.
Where was Kits in that whole fight? Because I felt like I was expecting him to just run at the gyro and go for a lasso, but I didn't see eyes on him the whole time.
I missed where he was positioning. I was focusing more so on the gyrocopter and damage coming out from him. But I think the Daedalus ended up being the right choice there. Kit's, I think, was up on the higher part of the triangle there. His blink dagger was probably disabled.
He doesn't have a blink,
for him to
right?
get past the tiny and whatnot. Yeah.
Not yet. Ended up finishing an Octarine with the BKB, so he is on his way to a blink dagger, which he'll have pretty quick.
Yeah, this is like max Rosha respawn time, by the way, so this is pretty good for Hokori. Gives him time to get into the pit. Yeah, I think it's just about max time. Unlucky.
DNM actually went back for an Eye of Scotty, so this is super strong against the heroes like the Gyrocopter that rely on that lifesteal. So Paladin Sword and a Morbid Mask not nearly as good. Ardix gonna try and walk up onto the high ground, and he's gonna be really confused when he just finds the Weaver there. Dark Ascension comes through, the Surge on the Weaver. They really want to just get aggressive, but the rest of the team's not really close enough yet. Maybe they find Vitali here on the Tiny. Surged up, Kits here on the Bat Rider, but they disengage once again on Hokori, back to their triangle where they have the advantage.
15 seconds.
Hookshot comes through. He ends up finding 2. Coil not used. There it is. Pops on the backside. Looking to take down Nice Dark with Weaver. He just pops the BKB. A huge back wall. It catches them on the back. They've got to leave, though. RDO on the gyro doing some serious work. DNM's going to be able to finish off the Keeper of the Light. Gem on the ground. He's still got the time lapse. Going to use it. There's going to be a great lasso coming back the way. Not going to be enough. I mean, the Fiend's Grip doing so much work here. Not allowing him to get out on this gyro. Now, Valkyrie picks up his gem and starts to run.
Homing missiles coming for the Darkseer, but it's not going to be able to connect with him. That team fight was interesting, to say the least. There were a lot of misplays from Hokori there, but regardless of that, they managed to come out on top. At the start of that team fight, I'm not sure if he caught it, but Tiny ended up tossing up the gyrocopter, which delayed a lot of his damage coming out at the beginning of it.
I did not see that, no.
Yeah, and because Aghanim Scepter attacks the furthest away target, every time he tried to commit onto the Darkseer and the Bat Rider there, the Black Dragon was soaking up a lot of the hits from the Gyrocopter's Aghanim Scepter. And they actually soaked up a couple Daedalus hits as well.
Lasso, not Lasso, sorry, a vacuum pulls him. They just managed to take down the Bane, but that's going to be a die back there. And DNM, I mean, he's standing his ground here trying to take down the Gyro. Pingu, it's nighttime. He's ready to go. Crippling Fear comes through, no BKB for 6 more seconds, but the Weaver, as well as Pingu, will just decide to back on out instead. Vitali has his own gem.
Gonna toss him to the Gyrocopter.
Avalanche toss in 1 second. Hookshot comes through, it doesn't connect. Does he have the time lapse? He doesn't. He gets to pop the BKB, but he dies anyway. And now Gyro gonna turn his attention over to Giant here. The Clockwork gonna die as well. Oh no, that is as bad as it gets for 4 Gringos as Roshan just respawned as well. They're gonna go right into the pit.
His game turning on its head all of a sudden. These are all, I mean, this is a long time coming, but I think a lot of this came off the decision to get the Daedalus instead of going for the Satanic here. The quick damage coming out from the Gyrocopter is making a world of difference in these team fights. Now, he's just going for a Divine Rapier, in fact. He doesn't want a Satanic at all.
Yeah, he's got an Aegis. He can go Divine now.
Oh, big RDO, big plays. This Paladin Sword as well. I mean, the fact that he picked this up allows him to stand his ground inside the team fights. The Weaver tried to go for an Eye of Scotty to be able to contest some of this heal coming out from the Gyrocopter, but it's just not mattering. He's able to pump out so much damage. He feels so tanky right now as well.
I mean, we'll see what they can do here on 4G. It looks like they're starting to lose momentum here in this game. They do manage to get the bottom tier 2 with a couple of catapults that have just managed to walk their way down the lane. Pingu farming up a little bit here on this Nine Stalker, but here's the net worth difference that we were talking about before, right? It's just these supports. Widge has now eclipsed Valkyrie on the off lane, and it's like that net worth is going to go a long way as he has the
Divine
Scythe of Ice.
Rapier.
Does he have it? He has it locked currently, so he can complete it at any moment. Neph's bored. He wants blood. Coil mid lane, pops the Bat Rider. He's
Take
dead.
your time.
That is the Divine, and oh, he ends up getting the illusions out. You got to be careful of the Gyrocopter illusion. Oh, unless you crit it for 1500, then maybe not.
He canceled his TP. He bought back immediately, and he doesn't even get the chance to use it. He goes on the other side of the map. This is bad. They're crumpling here on for Gringos now. All of a sudden, Hokori, they're not messing around anymore. All damage on this gyro. Penta edge sword found. Keep the paladin sword. You keep the paladin sword. It's a lot of damage. Holding it at a divine. That lifesteal is more important.
Yeah, especially once he has the Satanic done. I mean, the Aya Scotty from the Weaver, it's like kind of good, but it's not going to be enough to like really stop him. Bottom lane, Pingu has slowly managed to push this wave in over and over, and the tier 3 is taking a decent chunk of damage.
It's bizarre to see the position 5 pushing a lane by himself, but he's working on this BKB and wants to be able to stand his ground inside these fights. But again, BKB not going to make a world of difference here. This Gyrocopter, I think, is just going to blow you up regardless of you having magic immunity, thanks to Satanic, or thanks to this Divine Rapier.
Yeah, unless they find a way to jump the gyro here on the side of 4G, I don't know what they can do, because like your like win conditions previously were kind of just like kill Gyro's team, leave Gyro for last, or isolate Gyro away from his team. But now you don't have like the time to do that in these fights. He just blows up any hero that gets near him.
Yeah, as long as he can take down the heroes during his BKB duration, they don't have the damage to bring him down.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
And he's getting close to Satanic as well. If he waits for Satanic, he might not have time to take advantage of this Aegis, though. They've got 2 minutes of it left, so they're going to want to try to push high ground in the next 2 minutes here. And Hokori, they don't want to fight into them in this Aegis right now, so they're trying to push bottom, force them back right now. I think you just need to go for these tier 3 towers on Gyro.
I think you do too. There's no reason to go slow. You take these towers so fast. You're going to force that fort, and the TPs come through from the side of 4G. They have to be here to defend. And Kits, he gets the blink, he gets the lasso, he finds the gyro. But again, he may be by himself, but oh, the hook shot, it gets tanked. Oh no, and the damage coming through from RDO. It's a lot. The BKB's done. Doesn't have a lot left in the tank, but everyone on his team is so low. Just falling one by one, and Weaver just gets caught. There's going to be the Fiend's Grip, and it's a rampage for RDO as he cleans up big. 4 heroes without buyback. That's got to be it.
There's so little that they're able to do. Just the Weaver by himself. There's no way he can fight into all these heroes. And I imagine in just a moment here, Gringo's going to call it. Too much damage coming out here from RDO. Fighting to that Aegis was just impossible. There it is. They tie up the series. Whew. Oh.
What a series to start out the day.
You know, just when I was hitting up that copium, I switched over to the hopium, and I believed. And Hokori, they did not disappoint me. You love to see it. A Divine Rapier game to start out in the second game of the series. A massive comeback, and everything was going the way of 4 Gringos there. I mean, win probability, XP, net worth, then just completely tanks in the other direction. One good team fight. I think one of the major things they needed was that BKB on the Gyrocopter. Once he had a little bit more damage as well, he just needed to bring people down in that BKB direction. He was fine.
You can see the moment when Roshan bassed the gyro, which is really funny. It's like literally on the map, you're like, yeah. Gyro gets bashed, and then suddenly 4G has like a massive net worth and win percentage. But yeah. I mean, there's a couple fights where they're able to get out when I don't feel like they should have been able to on the side of Hokori, and they were just having trouble finding these heroes. A little bit itemization, but also just really good comms and teamwork coming in from the side of Hokori, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, one of the really big fights that 4 Gringos took, I thought there was absolutely no way they managed to take the fight when when Gardic was shadow aim eluded there. Like, that was trapdoor spider Dota. Sitting there waiting for them to come. RDO pops his BKB. The big reveal came out of that one, but 4 Gringos still won that fight, which is insane to me. That pipe, like you mentioned, was a huge part of that. So both teams playing really well, but I think RDO recognizing, okay, I need BKB, I need damage, I'll build the Daedalus. Once I get these things done, I'll be able to deal with the 4 Gringos lineup. So it ended up going too late, and Corey take the victory here, and they tie up the series 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, it's super sick first series of the day. You love to see it. As Neff and I are just getting started, it is a 3-series day. We've got another action-packed game coming up next, and it's actually going to feature 4 Gringos once again. This time, they're going to be taking on Infinity, so a little bit of a longer break between series since we have a doubleheader for 4 Gringos, so they're going to get themselves a little bit extra time, but we're going to be back in just a little bit, everyone. Stay tuned here for more on Beyond the Summit. This is the Pro Series Season number 8. We'll see you after the break.